U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine is here tonight for the annual Holland Herald Foreign Affairs program at Angelo State University. Ambassador Bill Taylor is the featured speaker for ASU's annual Foreign Affairs program with a presentation tonight on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Taylor was ambassador to Ukraine from 2006 to 2009 and continues his visits to Ukraine now as the vice president for Russia and Europe at the U.S. Peace Institute.
This is an important time for the United States. Just today we heard that President Trump and President Putin had a phone call, had a conversation about this topic. We understand also that President Trump had then a subsequent conversation on the phone with President Zelensky of Ukraine. So things are happening. There's a real attempt, there's a real effort to try to solve this problem, to be able to end this war on ways that will support the Ukrainians so that the aggression that the Russians have inflicted on the Ukrainians is not rewarded.
Taylor, who grew up in New Mexico, graduated from West Point Military Academy before beginning a more than 30-year diplomatic career that set him to positions around the world.
Could the Concho Valley become a location for future missions to space? A grant to the Concho Valley Council of Governments announced this week will fund a feasibility study for a potential inland launch site. Zoe Bowden reports.
Space exploration just got a little closer to home thanks to a recent grant awarded to the Concho Valley Council of Governments by the Texas Space Commission.
We were approached by the Texas Space Commission to ask if we would be interested in applying for a grant for a feasibility study for an inland launch site or a spaceport here in the Concho Valley region.
The grant is part of the Space Commission's goal to bring operations to West Texas. The study will help determine if the Concho Valley is a suitable region for a launch site.
What they're really focusing on is looking for an inland spaceport, a vertical launch site in West Texas particularly.
John says their study will be based off a model previously used for a similar project in Michigan.
We'll be trying to evaluate factors like water use, property rights, how does it impact the citizens, but also are we a good candidate for this?
Kimball County Judge and CVCOG Chairperson Hal Rose says this project could bring more opportunities for economic development in the Concho Valley.
We're hoping that we can find an economic development opportunity that utilizes some of the open space that we have while creating jobs.
In addition to the physical assessment of the region, John and Hal shared that the most important factor they will consider is the people.
That is the number one thing that we'll be asking. Is this something you want? We think it's a good idea, but is this something you want? So we're going to be very thorough when it comes to that.
Zoe Bowden reporting.